but what's being said in the right places with the right tone, with the right energy, asking for the results to change is what matters. You say you understand, you say you agree, but what do you do about it? Right now, it appears to be nothing. And for the black families that this is happening to, we take the stance, or I should say, some of us take the stance, which says, well, if I just keep my head down and keep pushing forward, then, maybe, my child will be the one that breaks through. Maybe my child will get a chance if my silence remains silent, or my voice remains at a minimum. Or I talk about it in the rooms where there's no one that can hear my opinion or my voice. And those of us who choose to stand up and say, we need a change, we need to make a difference. See, what most people, especially us as black people, we try to get along, we try to make sure we fit in, we try to teach our kids that, we just keep working hard and sooner or later something's gonna happen. When we take that approach, we have defeated ourselves once again. Because our silence doesn't create an answer. It doesn't create a change. And whether or not you realize it or not, you have now perpetuated the situation even further. Because even in your silence, or let's just say the few of us whose child breaks through, now we get that opportunity. You still won't get to the biggest stage of the baseball pinnacle because check the numbers out there. So while you think your silence is helping you, your silence is only crippling and hurting you more. So why don't we stop being afraid of our silence and use our voice? Because if it doesn't help our children, the ones who are already in a position to move forward, it'll help the next child, the next generation. Let's stop acting out of fear and act more out of trying to gain some results. Not just for ourselves, but someone else. It's time for a change, people. It's time for us to have a change in mentality, a change in attitude, look at our perspective and say, hey, status quo isn't good enough. And for all of the coaches that coach our children, that coach sports in general, why would you even want a lack of diversity in your sports, in your group? Because when children go out and they grow up and they get into the workforce, into the work world, diversity is key. You won't find a successful company with just all black people, all white people, all Asian people, all Latino people. You're educating and teaching and training your children what it's like to integrate and relate to people that don't look like them. You're crippling a nation of wonderful children who need to know we all need each other. And diversity is, and inclusion is the best thing that could have happened in the United States. We got to take a different position, coaches. We got to start looking through the lens that black kids don't have to be superhero baseball players to be included as one of 20, 2 or 30, or none at all. We don't have to act like white children act to be valuable in your club, in that little T-ball organization, at your higher level baseball organizations. Allow us to be us. Understand us. And then here's another point with coaches. When we feel like we don't get that love as black players, black families, black parents, and we take our children to black coaches to help our black kids understand how to play the game, how to be involved in the game, to be on a team where we can play at those elite levels. Black coaches, first you need to understand that, is that when a black kid comes to you from a quote unquote, maybe a non-diverse team, and he's already experienced some pitfalls, some bad relationships, some bad energy from coaches and maybe even some players, understand that that child is probably broken at some point.